Ever pondered over the workings of digital circuits? Today we're exploring logic families, the backbone of digital electronics. Logic families are essentially groups of digital integrated circuits that share certain characteristics and are used to implement digital logic functions in electronic devices. These families have evolved over time, each bringing unique advantages to the table, and they continue to shape the digital world as we know it. We'll be journeying through the significant logic families chronologically, starting from transistor-transistor logic, or TTL, which uses bipolar junction transistors, to gallium nitride logic, which leverages GaN-based transistors for high-frequency and high-power applications. Each family has its distinct features, applications, and roles in the evolution of digital electronics. So buckle up for an enlightening ride through the intricate world of digital logic. Let's dive into the world of logic families, starting with the oldest one, transistor-transistor logic. Transistor-transistor logic, or TTL, came into existence during the early days of digital electronics. This logic family is known for its use of bipolar junction transistors. Now these transistors are the backbone of TTL, allowing for fast switching speeds and a good level of noise immunity. This made TTL a popular choice for early computers and digital systems. However, no technology is without its drawbacks. TTL, with its standard operation at a power supply voltage of 5 volts, has a higher power consumption compared to later logic families. This characteristic, while not a deal-breaker in the past, has led to the advent of more energy-efficient logic families as technology advanced. Despite this, TTL still holds its place in history. You can find it in legacy systems, and it's often used in educational environments as a learning tool. TTL was a stepping stone to the development of more efficient logic families. Next in line we have CMOS, a major breakthrough in reducing power consumption. Short for complementary metal oxide semiconductor, CMOS utilizes complementary pairs of metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors, also known as MOSFETs. Now, what makes CMOS a game changer? Well, it's all about the power. CMOS is renowned for its low power consumption, making it a favorite for battery-operated devices. But that's not all. CMOS also boasts high noise margins, meaning it can tolerate a fair amount of disturbance without losing its ability to function well. Typically, CMOS operates at either 3.3 or 5 volts, depending on the specific design and application. Today, CMOS is widely used in modern digital systems, including microprocessors and microcontrollers. So the next time you're using your laptop or smartphone, remember, it's the power-efficient CMOS making it all possible. CMOS is a popular choice in modern digital systems due to its energy efficiency. Moving on to emitter-coupled logic, known for its high-speed operation. This logic family, often abbreviated as ECL, operates with bipolar transistors and a negative power supply voltage. It's like having a sports car in the world of logic families, super speedy, but with a thirst for power. This power consumption used to limit its use to high-speed computing applications, where energy efficiency wasn't the primary concern. ECL's speed is its greatest asset, but it's not a one-trick pony. It also has low power noise margins, an advantage in certain applications. However, due to the heat dissipation and power consumption, it's like our sports car guzzling gas. It's not the most efficient choice for everyday use. Nonetheless, in the right context, ECL's speed can be a game changer. Now let's shift gears and talk about programmable array logic, or PAL, and complex programmable logic devices, also known as CPLDs. Think of these as the transformers of the logic family world. These devices can adapt and change to suit the needs of different digital circuit designs. Starting with PAL, it's a fixed architecture programmable logic device. It's like a building block set with a specific design, but within that design, you can create a variety of different structures. This flexibility is a significant advantage when you're trying to implement combinational and sequential logic circuits. On the other hand, CPLDs are even more flexible. They are like a more complex set of building blocks, allowing for more intricate and diverse creations. This flexibility is a boon for digital circuit designers, allowing them to customize their circuits to meet exact specifications. So, in conclusion, while ECL is like a high-speed sports car, perfect for certain high-speed applications, PAL and CPLD are the transformers, offering flexibility in digital circuit design. Each has its own strengths and use cases, highlighting the diversity and adaptability of logic families in digital circuit design. While ECL is used for high-speed applications, PAL and CPLD offer flexibility in digital circuit design. Next up, the highly flexible field programmable gate array, or FPGA. This marvel of technology is a programmable logic device, brimming with an array of configurable logic blocks, or CLBs. What makes FPGA stand out is its adaptability, allowing for the creation and implementation of complex digital circuits. It's like being given an electronic canvas, granting you the freedom to design and experiment. Now let's talk about where FPGA shines. It's an indispensable tool in the prototyping and development of digital circuits. Engineers and developers can test out their designs, make necessary adjustments, and perfect their systems before they go into production. Additionally, FPGAs are also making waves in high-performance computing applications. Their ability to be reprogrammed and adapt to specific tasks makes them a valuable asset in this field. So there you have it. With its flexibility and wide range of applications, FPGA has revolutionized the development and prototyping of digital circuits. Now let's talk about high-speed CMOS and low-voltage CMOS, variations of the CMOS family. High-speed CMOS or HCMOS is a derivative of the CMOS logic family, but as the name suggests, it's specifically optimized for high-speed operation. This makes it an ideal choice for applications that need to process large amounts of data quickly. But don't worry, it doesn't compromise on power efficiency. Just like its CMOS parent, HCMOS maintains low power consumption, making it a go-to choice for high-speed digital applications where power consumption is an important consideration. Now, moving on to low-voltage CMOS or LVCMOS. LVCMOS takes the benefits of CMOS technology and adapts them for low-voltage operation. This means it can run at lower voltages such as 3.3 volts or even as low as 1.8 volts. The major advantage here? You guessed it, even lower power consumption. This makes LVCMOS a popular choice for battery-operated devices and portable electronics. Think about all the gadgets you use daily: your smartphone, your smartwatch, your laptop. Chances are they've got LVCMOS inside, working hard to give you all that functionality while sipping as little power as possible. Both HCMOS and LVCMOS continue to play a pivotal role in the world of digital electronics. They've enabled faster, more efficient devices and have been instrumental in the miniaturization of electronics. From powerful servers crunching terabytes of data to the tiny yet potent devices we carry in our pockets, these two variations of the CMOS family have made a significant impact. So the next time you marvel at the speed of your gaming console or the battery life of your latest smartphone, remember the unsung heroes, HCMOS and LVCMOS. These tiny chips, working away in the heart of your devices, are the secret sauce that makes it all possible. Both HCMOS and LVCMOS have greatly expanded the capabilities of the CMOS family. Last but not least, we have gallium nitride logic, a recent addition to the logic families. Gallium nitride or GaN logic utilizes GaN-based transistors. These transistors are particularly suited for high-frequency and high-power applications, a niche where traditional silicon-based transistors may falter. GaN logic offers significant advantages in terms of speed and power efficiency. It's like having a race car that consumes fuel like a bicycle, a dream come true for engineers. This unique combination of high speed and power efficiency opens up a realm of possibilities in the field of digital electronics. But where exactly is GaN logic used? You'll find it in high-frequency radio frequency applications and power electronics. Whether it's powering the next generation of radio communication systems or driving energy-efficient power converters, GaN logic is at the forefront of technological innovation. GaN logic is paving the way for high-frequency and high-power applications in digital electronics. We've journeyed through the evolution of logic families, from TTL to GaN logic. We've seen how transistor logic served as the backbone in early computers with its fast switching speed and good noise immunity, despite high power consumption. We then ventured into the world of CMOS, celebrated for its low power consumption and high noise margins, making it a go-to for modern digital systems and battery-operated devices. Emitter-coupled logic, with its very high-speed operation, has found its niche in high-speed applications where power consumption is not the primary concern. We also looked at the flexible world of PAL, CPLD, and FPGA, which have revolutionized digital circuit design and prototyping. Finally, we discussed the recent advancements in HCMOS, LVCMOS and GaN logic, tailored for high-speed, low-voltage and high-frequency applications respectively. Understanding logic families is fundamental in grasping the workings of digital circuits. Until next time, keep exploring the world of electronics.